Hello there everybody, welcome to session 65? 65 of Fathoms Below. I am, of course, your DM of Doom, Oops All Brands, or World Tree Quests here on Twitch and YouTube. And with me today we've got 3 of 4 of our current cast members. We have got Diamond Quality Cosplay. We have got Silky Bluebell. And we've got Nerys Cosplay. Hello there, guys. It's nice to see you all. In case you haven't been with us for some time, our lovely Diamond, Madness Diamond, is off doing important stuff. They're saving the world and kicking ass and basically just doing what they do on a day-to-day basis, which is saving the world and kicking ass. And Kyle, just Kyle, is having a day, a much-needed day, as we all need. So, to the both of them, love you dearly. Can't wait to see you when you come back. Yes, that is that. Do we have housekeeping? Usual housekeeping here at World Tree Quest. We're an entirely welcoming and loving and open-armed community, as is our greater TTRPG community. And if you choose to be a part of this community, then for the vast majority of places, you are welcome, regardless of how you identify. Whether you identify by natural identity, national identity, ethnic identity, cultural identity, sexual identity, gender identity, or that weird one where you wore like the different coloured bands on your wrists and that somehow let people know like what your hobbies and shit were. Like, you know, how you choose to identify, that's up to you. And we love you either way. But there's some people out there that for some reason, they don't like that. They think you should be just like them, which is kind of fucking boring. So if you are one of these people out there who thinks that you have a right to dehumanize, decentralize, marginalize communities purely because you believe something different, or you think something different, or you have a different opinion from them, well then, Buttercup, that does not fly with me. That dog don't hunt and that ship don't sail. So, if you think that because you believe in a certain big, powerful, ripped sky daddy in the sky, or if you believe that because you, I don't know, like the idea of a Cheeto being in charge of your country, and that means you get to control what people do, say, identify as, whatever, well then, from one Scotsman, you're a cunt. And yeah, we've not really got space here for that type of cunt. So get in the sea, bite my banger, and have a fucking terrible day. Guys, last session was a fairly simple one, but can we remember what we did last session?
We did some interrogations, if I remember correctly.
We did do some interrogating. Can we remember what we learned from the interrogations?
My shoddy notes will pull us through, if I can find my notepad app.
I can give you some aid along that if you wish.
Okay, God. We know some of the, okay, so we interrogated some of the dudes, using, Speak with Dead. Some of the dead people who were in the little back chamber that we found in the orphanage. Learning some of their goals, they do seek to find Echo, to secure some sort of material, and to revive some sort of queen.
That is definitely some of the information that you got from the interrogation. There was one other part. Can we remember that?
I remember the end credits scene with a guy putting his hand on a pod and saying, "Soon, my love," and then it's the hand, and then it's the really big monster hand. Revive a queen.
There was something about they had almost perfected what Echo was, and that they had started volunteers being into what Echo is. Very specifically stating that the ones who are being made into Echo, these are essentially mercenaries, sellswords who have joined up with the idea of becoming something that will essentially not stay down. These are volunteers, being very specific on that. So we did learn that there's more of these, and that they are in the kind of the underground tunnels that link Deep Heart's not sewer system, but like old filtration systems that link them to the space that's used by these scientific minds that created what Echo is. The one thing they haven't got though is something that is still apparently entirely unique to Echo. Echo got something special about them that they need in order to make it perfect. We did hear that there was some kind of queen, that they do have some kind of larger entity that would be able to essentially link them all together into like a fully functioning hive mind. But that has not been done as, or has not been seen as of yet. There was also another form of interrogation we did. Can we remember how that was done?
That was Reaver scaring the shit out of a dude, if I remember correctly.
Well, that's how you got most of that information there.
Okay.
There was also a point where you guys used to speak with dead.
Yes, that's where I got the information that I dropped.
Yeah, there was also one other bit of information you forgot to mention there, that the facility, is actually facilities. There's 3 bases. And you guys knew of 2 of them, or you knew of the existence of 2 of them. You guys have seen the outside of one of them, the one in the dead trenches. You guys know one exists in the under tunnels of Deep Heart, and it was also confirmed that there was one in there is one in Ocean Heart, which prompted Reaver to then think that's where we were when everything went down. Has this been a greater plot over the course of everything? And it was also revealed that Gildas and Naeryss were being held in prison cells that could only be freed with the warden's rune, and that warden's rune is held specifically by you probably guessed it from the fact that it's called the warden's rune. It's held by the warden, which means part of your jailbreak will be involving taking him the feck out.
Which I think was already kind of part of the plan because of a deal Reaver made. We need to stop him from doing that.
I have been saying that every time he's made a deal.
I mean, to be fair, I think I have too. But, he just keeps going.
And you guys also negotiate. You guys also negotiate with one of the bounty hunters who was trapped. That if he gave you a bunch of this information, which he did, that he would be able to. You guys would arrange for him to get to the surface. And we left off with, as was said, an after-credit scene of one of these scientists, potentially the scientist, potentially the main doctor guy, stroking lovingly the surface of some kind of partially mechanical, partially biological tank pod-like thing, and saying, "Soon, my love, soon." And then there was that moment of a big hand went on the glass. So we will return to you guys in the Glimmertide Mansion with a bunch of the Knights of Chimaperius in this home, setting up a sort of base of command, a safe house, a place to operate from. It's decided that you guys will go there upon the quote-unquote dark time shift rotation, which is in a couple of hours, a handful of hours, which means you guys have got a handful of hours to do whatever kind of preparation you guys might need. That's what we're going to focus on today's session. Now, today's session, like I said before we started, will be a little bit shorter. We don't have everybody. I don't want to go charging into a jailbreak when we don't have absolute everybody, but we can get some additional stuff done here. So I will put it out to the party now. The Glimmertide family home is... There's at least a dozen knights in this space. They are setting up their own wards so that nothing can get in uninvited. They're ensuring that there is extra weapons. They're ensuring there's ammunition for ranged weapons. There is constant trips being made back through this portal and back into the manor house. While they're doing this, you guys have got the ability to maneuver, look for things, set up anything, or even investigate things. The choice is yours. As you guys do know, there are groups of these bounty hunters wandering the streets. Whether they have went into like complete, they've taken parts of the city, or whether it's just we're essentially telling guards that we've come to replace them and the guards are leaving. Not entirely sure on that one. There was something said about in order to take a base of operations, there was a family in one of the larger houses who essentially some groups of bounty hunters came in and essentially stole the house. But whether that is a recurring practice that has happened, you guys are unaware of at this moment. I put it to the party. How do you guys want to spend the next 4 or 5 hours preparing, reconnaissancing, gathering materials, straight up assassinating people in the streets? What do you guys want to do? The board is completely open to you guys. We are, for all intents and purposes, doing a full seat of the pants session today. So,
Okay.
now that you have that, every single one of you is going to no doubt try and do something entirely fucking chaotic to derail me, but it will not happen. I will overcome.
We can't derail what's already derailed.
Yeah.
Adapt. Overcome.
Architooth is going to go find a squad of mercenaries and just take them on all by himself. That's his part.
Architooth is going to walk into a group of fully half-plate clad mercenaries, and I would like to bonus action rage. Architooth has got a secret level in barbarian just for the shits and giggles. Rage, Eldritch Blast. But no, what would you guys like to do?
Okay, while we're still in Glimmertide Manor, I'm going to find a little private corner to myself, and I'm going to finally take out the 10 gold worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs that I purchased from the quartermaster in the Temple of Kind Materius. And similar to how I ignited the incense for the Speak with Dead, I'm going to similarly ignite them as well, in a ritual that's going to take about an hour.
Okay.
And before I do this, I sort of extend my hand, and I still have the Gauntlet of Swarms.
Right, yes.
And I'm going to have one piranha float out from there.
Okay.
And as I cast Find Familiar, I'm going to bind this piranha to me as my familiar, and it's going to be the one I used to infiltrate the library before. It's going to be, I think we named him Charlie.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, just out of curiosity, They were your familiar when you weren't away from Kriokos, right? And then this is your first time casting Find Familiar after Kriokos, right?
Correct. So I didn't have Find Familiar as Kriokos. The gauntlet, I had the Gauntlet of Swarms.
It was just a little piranha from the swarm.
It was just a little piranha from the swarm that we used.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
So, little piranha comes out, and you start to begin this casting. And as you begin this casting, the piranha's form is going to warp, shift, and then start to disintegrate. And now what I'd like to do is... when you start to cast Find Familiar, you invoke a whole load of things as you create. You're searching for something that is not just going to be something that takes orders from you. That is essentially going to be a partial extension of self.
Yeah.
So as you start to cast, so first things first, I'll ask: are you good with a piranha?
I mean,
Because essentially this comes out of the glove. It's a familiar. It's not going to be going back inside the glove. It'll be
for sure. Absolutely.
It'll be something that exists within and around you. So are you good with a piranha?
I was thinking about reflavoring it as an anglerfish, but
Well, you can do anglerfish. You want an
okay.
anglerfish?
Yeah,
Okay,
I want an
cool.
anglerfish.
You got an anglerfish, buddy. All right. So as you start to weave these arcane words, fueling them with magic, the first thing I want to ask you is, this familiar, do you want something that will be an intellectual equal? Do you want something that will advise you? Or do you want something that will be a sidekick?
So on some level, right, I spent a very long time with another entity constantly in the back of my head, giving me orders. And, you know, we didn't have the best of relationships. It was a very, imbalanced dynamic. But at the same time, having a powerful being, existing and hearing your thoughts brings a level of security that has been absent from Architeuthis' life since then. And is a little bit lonely.
Okay.
And I think he just wants someone, and the rest of the party is there, but he doesn't know how much he trusts them right now, and so he wants something that's unabashed, unequivocally on his side, I think.
I understand you. So you want something that you want something that is gonna have your back at all times. You want something that's gonna be. You don't need something that's going to big up your ego. You don't need something that's going to give you advice. You need something that is going to hear you. I need you to do this and go, you got it, boss.
Yep.
Make me a charisma check, please. With proficiency, because it's a spellcasting.
Sure. Let's see, what's my charisma nowadays? Still not terrible. Let's do this. It's a check. With proficiency, that is going to be 22.
22. On a 22 with the charisma. You start to weave with the thought of a partner. Something to... somebody to always have your back, somebody to be always relied upon. And this thing's physical form starts to appear. The second thing I want to ask you is, as you weave this creature into existence, as you summon your familiars can do quite a lot of roles for the wizard, the spellcaster indeed, that summons them. What purpose are you going to be putting on this creature most? What are you looking for? Is it an everyday task follower? Is it a I am giving you the jobs that I can only trust you with? What level of trust are you putting into this familiar?
I think I'm putting a whole lot of trust in. From a practical perspective, outside of my own emotional needs, I'm also aware that we're breaking into a prison, and that may require a scout.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my last question is simply going to be this. Just one last little thing. I want you to think of the idea of the Achilles heel. The point of the body where everything is localized. I'm not going to say weak spot, because I don't want you to think of it as like a weak spot. Think of it as like a tether. The point that holds this being to you. Where does that appear on Archtoothis?
Oh, on Archtoothis. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's an interesting question. I'm gonna say it appears. I think Archtoothis has always rather arrogantly trusted his own intellect before anything else. I think it's gonna appear in the center of his head, in the center of his forehead.
Smashing. You focus on the center of your forehead, the center of your personhood. And as you do this, a small droplet is going to appear here, glimmering. And then it extends out. And as it comes down, it bulbs out, forming a rounded head. That body extends down, encompassing what was that little piranha, the little magical essence of it, encompassing it and absorbing it into itself. And your familiar is there. Now, anglerfish, do you have a voice? Like, if you had the choice of voice actor for this creature, who are you picking?
Oh, hell's bells, man. Oh man, you might have to come back to me on that one. Oh my goodness, that's
fine. Just in general, what do they sound like? Are they gruff? Are they smooth? Do they speak in garbled languages? Are they eloquent? What are you thinking?
Archie lost his charisma when he lost Kriakos, and I think it's gonna come out. It's gonna manifest externally, his former charisma is gonna manifest externally. So I think a sense of a smooth eloquence is a fine idea.
I'm just imagining Fabian Arameus Seacaster as an anglerfish.
Papa! This anglerfish fully forms, its eyes have a bit of light coming to them, and then it speaks. Are you cold?
Hello, friend, and you answered. This is very good.
Well, I'm not usually one to disappoint. What can I do for you?
As of right now, you can stay by my side until we have further orders. But later, I do believe we'll be on a bit of an adventure. I think a prison break of sorts. May need your subterfuge, as we did with the scroll before.
My, aren't we quite the rule breakers? I don't know why I've started to turn into Matt Berry.
I don't mind.
Well then, there we are. He's went from smooth debonair to I hear you, Clem Fandango. Okay. Okay. So. They swim around, get a feel of their body, and then they... I'll stay close for now. When you need me, just tell me what I need to do.
You know I will.
With your familiar
Stand by.
sound. Is there anything else you want to do?
Not for now, no.
Not for now. Awesome. I'm going to leave you there just now while I jump to Echo and Marisol. Which one of yourselves has got something they would like to do?
We still have access to like the really big library in the Okay. There wouldn't happen to be any books on like I don't know, history of this town that might include any sort of fun facts about the prison. Someone made a jailbreak at some point or something.
Let me look through history and see if somebody recorded the exact layout of the prison. Was there a guy who helped build this prison and was imprisoned in this prison with the exact layout all tattooed on his body?
Listen, it's a big library. If it was gonna be anywhere, it'd be here.
Make me an investigation check. Let's see if something like that does exist.
Mm. 14?
On a 14, you kind of asked for like two things there, so I'm going to say this. With a 14, there is actually something I can give you here. Okay. With a 14, incoming lore drop. With a 14, you get something. This is not like a history book. This is like a gathering of papers. They're in two different handwritings, and they appear to be anthropological, archaeological, and historical context analyses of this area. Deep Heart's base, its foundations, are not of any known civilization. The buildings constructed on top of them are definitely modelled after sea elves, but they are definitely designed to exist at the depths of the ocean that they exist in. But it's what's the word I'm looking for? Its foundations are most definitely not elven in any way, shape, or form. However, in the early parts of the construction of Deep Heart, there was a partnership formed from Sicalians. This will be something that is, you've seen this before. You've seen this in a few things like older buildings where Sicalian and Elven architecture seem to go quite hand in hand. Very different from modern days, obviously, as for the past couple of decades, Cephalophore has been incredibly walled up. They've been fairly what's the word? Inclusive? No, that's not the right word. I can't get the word in my head. Introverted. But this seems to point to a point when Sicalians were much more. They existed outside of Cephalophore in a much larger way. When this city was built, as is usually the point of Sicalians. Sicalians build down, not up. So a lot of the buildings here actually do have older, sometimes closed up nowadays due to the passage of time, but older Sicalian infrastructure. This goes the same for what, as you read, used to be an old central building used for community meetings. Deep Elves don't have organised rulers. They have small individual, essentially community elder tables. Groups of people who have existed within their community for quite some time. They form their own little almost mini government and make decisions for the area that they live in. But there was a larger central building where all of these kind of groups, these communities would come together. And that has a deeper Sicalian infrastructure which connects to the entirety of the under parts of the city. From what you can see of the layout of Sicalia when it was first constructed due to the archaeological studies, that building seems to be where, roughly in the area located where like the guardhouse, the barracks, and of course the jail would be located.
Okay, so we might have a secret tunnel situation.
Secret tunnel.
Tunnel! You said
Secret
the
tunnel!
words. You said the words. It cannot be ignored.
Yes. Well, given that information, that is very useful information. I might go to Architeuthis and say, like, excuse me, I have information that you might be able to help clarify if it is helpful for me.
Absolutely. Also, meet Charlie.
Oh, hello. Charlie is nice. Yes.
He's new. He'll be
I'm
aiding
sure
us
we
in
will.
our adventures.
Wonderful. We will get along just fine as long as you don't eat my snail.
I wouldn't dream of it. Don't like mucus. Not a fan. Great for the skin, though.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
that last line not helping, but good intent. Sorry,
So,
carry on.
I was looking through. They have a very massive library in the basement of this building. And I was looking through anything that might help us determine, like, any history of the jail, anything that might give a hint to a weak spot, and I did find this, and it indicates that there may be Sicalian infrastructure underneath where the jail is currently housed, which means we may have a pathway underneath the jail for which to start our break-in. I don't know exactly how to find the entrance to a Sicalian secret tunnel. Do you have any ideas? Secret tunnel.
Do I have an idea? Well, knowing us, it's probably going to be on the underside of something. The entrance, at least.
Okay.
Do we have any starting point as to perhaps approximately where on the prison the tunnel may be?
Is it just all underneath it, Bran? Is that what's...
What do you mean, sorry?
Like, is the sort of, like, tunnel system, as far as we know, running all under the prison? Like, or is it,
So
like, leading up to...
It seems to be like most Sicalian places. If there's an open space, generally their buildings aren't connected through tubes and tunnels everywhere, because they could just leave outside the building and swim through their cities as normal. But for places like this where it would be burrowing into ground and creating, then generally, yes, they tend to be entirely linked. So Sicilians can travel the way they prefer to travel, which is, single file and uninterrupted.
Okay, so there's most likely one entrance in and one entrance out, I would assume. Where on the jail it is not specified.
Sorry, Marisol, sorry, I just understood what it is you're saying there. I just understood what it is you're asking.
Okay.
Think of the Sicilian tunnel structure as almost like an underground city in its own, connected to Deep Heart.
Okay.
So there will be multiple different entries. It's just the fact that they probably haven't been used in so long. Where are they located?
That is the question.
I now understand what you were asking there. Sorry, it took me a wee bit to catch on to that there.
It's okay. Well,
I'm not super familiar with the geology of Depot and where the best places to tunnel would be, where the most likely places for a tunnel would end up. Brand, would I be able to roll history or nature to maybe surmise where a good digging place to put a tunnel would be in the bedrock here?
I'd say that's fair. Yeah. That would be a nature check with advantage because you are a Sicilian. Whether physically in kind Sicilian or not, you are still Sicilian. So,
okay.
Give me a nature check with advantage.
19.
Fantastic. On a 19. Generally, as octopodes do, when they do create burrows and such, they tend to go down then out. So generally, the easiest way to do it would be located in the centre, go down then out. But they would Sicilians would generally like to keep a spaced number of entrances and exits, as all people with, very analytical and logical minds, especially in a cultural setting, tend to do. Things tend to be symmetrical. So these entrances and exits would probably be spaced out perpendicular and equidistantly from the central point. So essentially, if you find one and find the centre of this particular city, then going in other directions from that centre point at equal distance, you'd probably find other ones there. Spider-webbed. Think of it as like spider-webbed out.
Based on what I know of Sicilian architecture, we really need only find one entrance or exit. It's all symmetrical. Once we find one and figure out how far it is from the epicenter, simple math from there to figure out where everything else is.
Right. So it's just figuring out the one. We have fairly large grounds on this estate. Is there anything particularly hill-like that we've noticed? That large boulder features? A statue garden?
Actually,
We gotta start somewhere.
Yes, yes, there is. Give me a history check, or if you feel brave, you can go outside, swim up, and make a perception check. Your choice.
We'll do the history check.
Okay. With the history check, you remember the first time you guys arrived here, you came in through the main gates. And you guys were escorted to here. That was a mostly uphill swim. You were swimming diagonally up. But now that you mention it, and again, going off the seat of my pants here because I never ever actually thought about this, but you know what? It's funny now. There is a... Think of it as like a small park filled with, you know, it's gets statues of important people in Deep Heart's history. So there is on this hill, as well as where, like, you know, the noble sector of the city is, there is also a statue guard.
Well, no better place to start than here. There's a chance among the statue garden or somewhere on this hill the entrance might exist. And I think we'll be okay if we stay on the grounds of the estate, yes?
You should, yeah, you should be fine if you're on the grounds of the estate, yes.
Okay. Want to go find a tunnel?
I'd love to go find a tunnel. I do have an errand to run before we do anything super crazy, though.
Oh, okay. Do you need help?
I'm retrieving blood from a corpse, so no.
What?
Worry
No.
not about blood.
I'm going to worry very much, but okay. It's not the weirdest thing that's happened today.
Let's just say we're staging a jailbreak. We'll need a lot of friends.
Oh, are you raising like undead or something?
No, not undead, but this spell does require freshly killed humanoid blood. And
Okay.
we just so happen to have several dead humanoids amongst the matter.
I'm not raising the dead, I just need the dead.
I just need their corpses. I really need their corpses, guys.
I'm not one of those weird necromancer guys, okay? I don't hang around with corpses. Okay, that's cool. I just cut them up and harvest them. I can see Architooth has taken levels in Artificer and taken that Grim Hollow subclass, the Reanimator. I'm a battlesmith. I use metal, nuts and bolts and machines. I'm a reanimator. I use your family. It is on my list of subclasses to play because I love Frankenstein. It is on my list.
They just dropped a reanimator for a Ravenlock, but I think the Grim Hollow one is like a lot stronger.
Would not surprise me. I got the PDF when they were doing it for like a charity thing. I don't think you can get the Grim Hollow PDF one anymore unless you buy the newer books. But I got it when it was designed for 5e. Okay. Fantastic. You need blood from a corpse. There's corpses to choose from.
Yeah, I just need one vial. It doesn't actually say what one vial equals, but I just need a vial's worth of blood from a corpse that has been killed within 24 hours, from a humanoid corpse that is less than 24 hours old.
I mean, that's easily done.
I'll get as much as I can then.
You go over to it, you cut, and you start to, using the magic that you have, you start to transfer it into a bottle, separating it from the seawater and such through arcane means, and you stop it. You've got, I'd say, like a fairly substantial little bottle of it.
Sounds groovy.
Aries, eau de toilette.
Just slip that into like the little side of my wizard pouch.
Don't get it confused with your cologne. Time to smell good before I go in. Why are there sharks everywhere?
It's like the comic where we find out Batman keeps lollipops next to his smoke bombs for like scared kids.
No.
Sorry to deviate from the game for just a little bit, right? But secretly Batman's a bit of a cutie. Like, again, he's a billionaire and that's problematic. But, like, tell me another superhero.
Secretly?
Like, right. Anytime there's a kid who's like, I can't find my mum, Alfred, phone the guy.
Yeah.
But, like, Superman's just like, yeah, don't worry, kid. I know you just seen your parents get obliterated by a runaway train, but everything's going to be okay. Batman's like, don't worry, kid. I'm going to put you through college. I'm going to make sure you've got a job lined up. I'm also going to put, like, just, like, 10,000 in a bank account every month for you until you're 18. Oh, and also, here, have a lollipop. And by the way, just because I had one in my utility belt, do you want a chinchilla? Like... Batman might as well just be like, see, honestly, Batman should just have his costume be rainbow coloured, just for the fact that he brings the joy to kids. Like, he's just like, hi, kids. Anyway, he's also a billionaire, which is problematic as fuck. So, you have the blood needed for the spell that you're going to cast.
Yes.
Fantastic. I'm going to jump back to Marisol just to confirm that's everything that they wanted to do. Marisol, is there anything that you want to do with the information that you've gained?
Not outside of going to explore the tunnel. Or try and explore and find the tunnel.
Okay, so you're venturing outside the manor to try and find a tunnel.
Only when Architeuthis and probably Echo are ready. I don't think I should do this alone.
Okay, cool. But do you know what? No, that's good, because what that tells me is that Marisol's essentially like, guys, I'm ready to roll. Do what you guys got to do. Then at least we know what we're looking for. Okay. Awesome. Echo. What are you doing?
Several things. Several things.
Several things.
Echo has never been creepier than this moment. What are you doing?
Several things.
So I'm gonna tick off the list first, then what order we do that list in is gonna be the workshop part.
You have something you need to say? But don't be shy now.
I thought she was talking to me there, and I genuinely thought that Denny was talking to me, and I was like, not really, but if you need me to monologue, I'll do it. Like,
There she is.
There it is.
dearly beloved, we are
that was a good one.
Marriage.
Echo.
Echo, sorry. So the list of things. Give me your list.
Absolutely. So first of all, sneaking a little bit like around the perimeter of the property, so like just off the property to get an idea of what's going on in the nearby vicinity. Trying to find a piece of like bone or really sharp, like sturdy, like cartilage or something like that. I don't know, maybe from the guy they ate the insides out of, to use as kind of like armor plating.
Cool.
And then they're also going to contact Kaylin again, but they want to contact Kaylin with Marisol and Archie. And then the final thing is... Oh no. I watched it leave. I watched the thought leave.
That's a fucking...
Oh, I think I saw
right
it too.
I watched it disappear from my mind.
Why are you Laszlo?
Because that's Matt Berry.
I'm sorry, guys. I did this.
I love it.
He said debonair.
No,
and
you did a
he
good
said,
job.
He said like debonair, smooth kind of guy, and I went, "Oh yes, I can do this. Oh this." And then as I've continued to do it, it's just gradually evolved until I'm just Matt Berry.
Laszlo's distracting me. Anyway,
It's a-
Laszlo speaks to me sometimes.
Architeuthis, I don't want to speak the name of who I used to follow. I don't give a fuck. His name's Mike.
His name's Mike.
Sorry, I keep distracting you. Echo, your previous thought.
You're
So you
good.
listed, sneaking around the perimeter to see and scout what's going on. Find a piece of bone or cartilage to use as a graft of kind of armor plating. Contacting Kaelin, but with Echo and Architeuthis there.
With Marisol and Architeuthis there, Echo
That's
is a
it.
non-negotiable.
Well, thanks for coming to see us today, folks. I've been your tail. No, yes, you're very correct. Yes, with Marisol and Architeuthis there.
Well, I might remember the other thing later. I might not. It's gone. And that's fine.
Okay.
Surrounded by freaks.
Best way to be. Alrighty then. So let's start off with number one of that. Sneaking around the perimeter to see what's going on in scouting. So first off, that is going to be it's going to be a stealth check. Okay. Stealth check is going to have a blanket number in my head right now. I will use my multi-tiered system of stealth checks, so if you happen to roll a nat one, it doesn't mean you fail immediately. They'll just go from passive to active looking, and then if you fail again, they'll go from active looking to searching, which is where they'll be, hunting out. Sorry, passive, investigating, hunting. That's what it is. Sorry. So make your stealth check.
I got a 23.
23 is absolutely blowing it out of the park. You have been in this area before. You know kind of immediately areas to hide. With that, are you just looking to get a general sweep of the area, or is there anything in particular you're looking for?
So what Echo's specifically trying to figure out is how much has changed since they were last there, specifically in the people that are around. Because the last time Echo was here, they spent some time here with everybody, and they went off and did their own thing for a bit. They that sort of thing. And so they're not super familiar, but they're more familiar with the area, just surrounding. And so, if there are people out versus not people out, if the buildings have changed or changed occupancy, just that kind of thing.
Do you know what's the best way to describe this actually? Here's what it is. You're in the noble sector, so you're in a place where there is picture this, you ever seen the first Purge movie?
Yes.
You know the rich people street that's got 30 houses?
Yeah.
This is essentially the area you're in, although it's a ring.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
In the center of this ring is a dormant seat where maybe if there was at one point in deep elf society and culture a quote unquote ruler, they would have sat there, but it's been dormant for a long time. Around this area, you can sense people in houses, not outside. Not in vast numbers, anyway. Anything that you do feel outside of it as you move around this place, it is 2 or 3 people, and they're usually kind of outfitted in the same way, those long bidents, which give off that faint magic aura of evocation. Do you venture out of the noble sector, or are you staying just in the kind of main vicinity?
Given not seeing anything as far as Echo's aware threat-wise in the vicinity, they're gonna venture just that little bit further, but not by too awful much. They're still trying to stay close.
Okay. With the local vicinity that you're in, the noble sector, you pick up 4 roving bands of you know what, for simplicity's sake, let's say 5. 4 roving bands of these same bounty hunters. They all seem to be, you know, sellswords, merchants, bounty hunters. They've been hired in, they've been given uniforms, and they've been given equipment and weapons to use. So in this area, in your immediate vicinity, there's 20 of them, constantly circling every now and again, going into nooks and crannies, having a look around, poking and prodding and looking for something. As you venture out the noble sector, it'll be another stealth check. This one, the DC will be a little bit higher. There is more activity here.
That one's not as good. Yay. That's a 15.
15. 15's going to be a meets it beats it on the number that I had in my mind, so you're still okay. As you venture into this kind of this is like the kind of like the middle class sector, okay? This is where like your high grade artisans, your metalsmiths, your expensive wares, merchants, textiles, that kind of stuff. That's where these guys are. This also happens to be where your medical staff are. So like your healing stations, your healers are here. But what's also here is the specific public guard units. And they are clashing with these bounty hunters. This doesn't seem to be some kind of like hostile takeover. There's no sweep and kick people out. This is a thing of they seem to be attempting to spread chaos. They're trying to distract. They're trying to cause a ruckus, from what you can see, and they're clashing with the guard units. Again, most of the people that are here are either these hired swords and guard units. You don't really get much of a sense of pedestrian civilians being outside. They seem to have been, you know, given the heads up. There's some weird, creepy people skulking about. Everybody stay inside your houses. Allow your guards to deal with this.
Okay.
Unless you're looking for anything specific, there's not really a role for you to make there except stealth checks.
No.
Okay.
No.
As for the boner cartilage, where you are right now,
You just said boner cartilage.
You sure did.
bone or cartilage. Do you know what? Do you know what? No, I'll play into it. You now have penis armor.
Okay.
Yay!
Oh wait, no, fuck.
I wish my penis is armored.
I wish my penis was made of cartilage. No, I don't. I don't wish my penis was made of cartilage, because then it could snap.
Funny thing about octopus
It
penis.
already can, first of all.
It's less
can?
snapping and more it's so rigid that the muscle fibers tore.
Well, it's also internal snapping.
Yes.
Because you can't just go.
Let's not talk about it. It's painful. A piece of bone or cartilage. There's a couple options. One, you can leave the city of Deep Heart. Plenty of stuff on the ocean floor outside. Number 2, you could go and check out. There is obviously, because there is hunters and gatherers that do go outside and bring meat and such in here. So there are those who process carcasses and such like that. So you could go to one of the breakdown shops, one of the breakdown warehouses. You would find bones and stuff there. Or
Silky about to literally eat the rich up in here.
I mean, that is the other option. You could just milk somebody.
I think Echo is gonna want an array of things to then choose from. They're definitely super picky about what goes in their body and what doesn't. Totally. So it's highly unlikely any place that like is gonna break stuff down is gonna have really what they want. Getting into a warehouse might be just more trouble than it's worth. So what they're going to do but it's not where the estate isn't like super close to the border or anything, is it? Because
No.
we were let in.
Imagine everything being like a ring, so it's like the outer ring,
Yep.
then interior ring, then you're in the most interior ring.
Okay. Echo will go back, and now part of the conversation that they're going to end up having with Marisol and Archie is going to be if we know of any shitty nobles in the region. Because clearly forces are elsewhere. So, and I'm going to run to the restroom real quick.
On you, no problem. Okay. Well, Selkie actually does jump to the restroom. I'm just going to go and grab a drink. I'll be back in just a moment, guys. While I just go and grab a beverage.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I require another.
I'll probably go refill my water then.
I should probably also go refill my water then.
Damn
Or
it,
I'll
I was
feel
going to
left
tell you to entertain the audience on your own.
No! Here, you want to see what I'm doing? I'm designing my wedding cake topper. It's little ghosts.
Ah, that's dope.
That's your break entertainment. Thank you.
I am back. I have my beverages. I have a can of Monster and an Iron Brew. So, hello there to the audience. Hello. Well, everybody's running off and doing their stuff. Hope you're enjoying this today. It's actually been a pretty chill wee session. I'm having fun. Oh, pardon me.
Sorry about that. The bladder waits for no man.
It's okay.
Ladder waits for no man.
Mine doesn't either.
I got the ebbs, so the ebbs IBS.
Oh.
I knew what you meant.
Huh? I sure didn't.
Can I just
It's
just,
okay.
while we're on this wee couple of minute break, can I just say I took a chance on buying something from fucking TikTok, and I'm so fucking glad I did.
Oh?
Have you seen those rotating bookshelves?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking bought one. Because I was like, it looks like the slots for the books are pretty tall. I wonder if it'll fit all my D&D books.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Look at this fucking thing.
That's so nice.
And it's
That's
got
so
fucking,
nice.
It's got 5 tiers. This is one, then there's 2. The third one down here has all my notebooks. The fourth one has all my third-party books. And the fifth one at the bottom has my other TTRPGs, like Vesson and Old Gods Appalachia and shit like that. Shout out to Free
Nice.
League Publishing and Monty Cook. Your games are fucking awesome. Keep your eyes peeled for September, guys. September/October, guys. I'm going to do a Old Gods of Appalachia one-shot for Halloween, so keep your eyes fucking peeled.
Yay! Well, I might be busy.
I think you've got something on around that time, don't you?
Just maybe. You know, we'll see.
You can skip it. It's all right. Like you can skip it and come and play. Okay, so we now come to the point where the conversation. Marisol, Archtoothis as Echo returns back into to the estate. I leave it to your very capable hands, everybody. Echo, you said there's a conversation you want to have. Have the conversation. Take it away.
Awesome. So first thing Echo's gonna do is clock to see if the corpse husk that they sucked all the innards out of is still there.
It is, yes.
Perfect. And then they're going to head right up to Archie and Marisol. And they're gonna get like, they always get, now that they know you, like almost uncomfortably close, but like not quite there. And so they get a little almost uncomfortably close.
Hello.
We have questions.
Hello.
I hope we have answers.
You are the smart ones, so we are also hoping you have answers. So, first off, do either of you know if any of the nobles around here are unsavory?
Are we allowed to do a history check? Because I can't remember off the top of my head, but I feel like the answer is yes.
Yeah, you can do a history check.
You know, generally by default of positioning themselves above others financially, a noble class sort of implies an underclass, and I think that does make them sketchy by default. I'm still going to roll history, but you know.
I got 15.
I got a 23.
Hey, my rolls from earlier.
On the 23,
Sorry, no, I'm sorry.
Archtoothis-
I got a 21. My apologies.
On the 21 will still do it. On the 21, Archtoothis, sorry, the 15's just not high enough for it, not for somebody that hasn't lived in Deep Heart or done extensive research on it. Archtoothis with a 21, at some point in your readings you'll have come across like lineages and such. The Glimmertide is one of a few lineages where, you know, it's believed to come from like really ancient roots. Obviously, Moradin has got a bit more information on that. He knows the Glimmertides are descendants, they are genuinely descendants of a real line, and obviously Luce has discovered that they are descendants of Atalan. But there are a few other families that are quite a bit. They're in the same line. They're in the same kind of ancient variety, and there's some newer families. Now, some of these newer families came into the noble sector, the noble life, through means of commerce, trade, that kind of stuff. Some came in honestly. You know, they were just minor families who managed to do well in business. A good work ethic they came in, but some of them came in through more nefarious means. One of them, their home is not far from here. Give me a moment to find my book, which has my list of deep elven noble family names. Oh, all my notebooks are now right here next to me, which is doing great. I don't have to get up and like, I need to get a book. Give me a moment.
But it was so dramatic every time.
It really was. It was actually ridiculous. Where are you? Ah, there you are. The Book
Where
of
are
Lineages.
you?
And I'm so sorry.
I cannot sleep. I cannot breathe in the night.
That's not that one, so then it must be the other small one. You. No, it's not that other small. It's not any of those ones. I put it in the Stitch one. It makes perfect sense to me, but like it wouldn't to anybody else. I put all the bloodlines in the Stitch one because bloodlines are another word for family, and Stitch is all about yeah, it made sense to me.
That makes sense.
I just need to make a quick roll of a d12. which of the newer families is going to get stuck with being the assholes? Okay. The family in question, their name is Driftglow. Drifglow. Well, they do own practices in commerce. They do have specifically arcane craftsmanship is where kind of like their trade applies. High grade jewelry, armor, weaponry, that kind of stuff. But there's a certain air of occultism, like deals with greater beings and such like that, reaching out to entities that are maybe not the most homogenous with deep elf society. Not to mention that there has been several shady practices, people not being specifically suppliers and such for equipments and such not being paid, and then essentially being told, well, come to Deep Part and sort something, and then when representatives do come to Deep Part, the representatives are never seen leaving. So, slightly shady. Slightly.
With some underwater Pinkertons here.
Oh shit, yeah. Fuck. What's that? You got a magic card you're not supposed to have? Hey guys, I got the 5 pieces of Exodia. You found it. Go, go, go.
Go, go, beat his ass.
Fuck. I have iron brew coming out my nose. It's really painful.
Oh no.
Oh no!
There was just something really funny. I don't know why that phrase gets me, but people go, get his ass. I get images of people chasing somebody bent down trying to grab their ass. Like, it's the autism brain. It's very logical. Like when people say drag him, and I picture them like actually like grabbing them and dragging them around the place. Like I don't know why. It gets funny in my head. It's the same reason I laugh all the time when people get hit in the head. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, have you seen that video? It was a UK thing. It was a storm that happened, and a woman gets hit in the face with a stop sign.
Yeah, I have that saved.
That's so good.
I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know if I grew up watching too much slapstick comedy. Somebody hit in head or face, I cry. But I cry with tears of laughter. Even my kids. Emily was mucking around at one point, and Astrid kicked open a door, and the door hit Emily square in the face. And I folded in half. I was like, oh, that way you laugh and you make like the really weird noise to begin with. You're like, and you start laughing. I turned into a goose for like a second. I was like, and then just started laughing. Like, basically, if you want to debilitate me, just hit somebody in the head with something. I will laugh so hard. But yeah, so the Driftglow family are fairly new into the noble scene as far as nobility stands within Deep Part. You're talking maybe only the past 2 generations.
I know of some nouveau rich folk, the Driftglobes.
I know of the nouveau riche.
They've had a reputation of not paying their workers properly and disappearing those who take issue with it.
And they're not on the black market? It's kind of funny.
You'd be surprised what a little money lets you get away with, all out in the light of day.
Okay. We will go see how many are home later, and then none will be home later. Thank you.
Glad I could help.
Hey Echo, I love those new clothes you got. Thanks, it's a Driftglow original.
Precisely what's about to happen. Echo will kind of like wave a hand. That will happen later. We have another question. It's not so much a question as a question about questions.
Okay.
See Brad's face.
The Archer Tooth is like, oh boy, we're gonna get a. This look on his face is like, we're gonna get like existential here.
Marisol's used to this by now.
So, we are going to check in with Kaylin again. Given new information that we obviously have. With that being said, we saw you both go off and do things. We're not sure what things. Have you gotten any other information that it might be helpful to have someone on the inside either know or expand on?
Well, and I don't know if this will be useful to Galen in his current state, but I will give you the information, which is that it appears that when the city was founded, it was not exclusively with the sort of deep elven architecture that we have come to expect today. It was also heavily Sicalian, which means that a lot of the infrastructure from there still exists. So there's some forms of underground tunnel networks throughout the town, including underneath the jail.
Right. Okay, kind of like the sewer last time, but that was like a sewer. You know.
Which
Echo.
could...
Sorry, Echo, history check. I waited to see if you were going to bring that up. History check.
I'm not as terrible as that as I used to be. 21.
As Marisol brings that up, Echo, when they bring up, like, you know, Sicalian architecture and such, for being a sewer tunnel, those tunnels were pretty big. Perhaps those tunnels could have been part of a greater Sicalian network.
We know where that might be, or part of it.
You can remember where the entrance to it was.
Remember when we went chasing after the doctor?
Yes.
Do you think that could be part of the system you're looking for?
Very possibly. I mean, it's currently the only lead we have, so I don't see why we shouldn't check it out. Although checking the areas on the grounds first might be slightly safer.
Oh, absolutely. We can tell you where the patrols kind of start up a little bit more. We can also help locate other tunnels. Depending on how far down they are, we can tell if there's open space.
Oh yeah, that also makes things a lot easier.
That being said, it might be good to contact Kaylin just to figure out where the prison side tunnel might be, so we would know where we would come up, at least. We
That
think
would be
he
a good
can do
idea.
the same thing. Any other possible information for him? If he even answers. I'm picking up Marisol's accent and I'm trying so hard not to.
I did notice that. I wasn't gonna say it.
So that's also a way toned up version of that accent is the accent I use for my home game, and so I'm trying to like
Oh,
yank it back.
I
that's
get it as well.
hilarious,
I get it as
actually.
well. I get it as well because Mord and Deep Elves, they come from Wood Elves through Sea Elves. So Sea Elves and Deep Elves, as they go down further and further, they just get more and more like Irish Republic Irish. So I always find myself having to be like when I'm speaking as Mord, and I always find myself having to go, no, remember, you're incredibly Irish. You have to be like really down here, like in the Dublin voices for that. But then
Remember
I find myself
who you are.
remember who you are. But then in my home game, not my home game, sorry, in my Monday game, where we're playing in the founding years of the world of Atuma, the first king of the Springlands, Kernan, he is like, he's like polite, kind of like, virgin, like Donegal Irish. And then I keep gradually, as I talk more and more, I start going more towards Dublin. And I'm like, no, you're not here yet. You can't swim, you doty fucker. I have to go all the way back up. So, no, I get it. Accents are a weird soup.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah?
No, never mind. Continue. I had a thought. Thought won't work.
That's
Okay.
Continue conversation.
Whatever you say, DM.
Oh, yeah, it could be worse. I could just roll dice then not say anything.
Turn my camera off.
It's my favorite move.
Yeah. Okay, guys, whatever you say, I'm not hiding anything, I swear. Right, so Echo has shared the location of the entrance that they found into these Sicilian tunnel networks, potential Sicilian tunnel networks. Is there anything else that the party would like to do? Any other part of the conversation before we go on to Echo contacting Kaelin?
No, I think we about summed it up with the tunnel, with the figuring out the tunnels from the inside. But yeah.
Okay. Then in that case, Echo, you're going to try and reach out and contact Kaelin?
Yeah.
Okay. So you reach down into that part. You and Kaelin have traded each other's quote-unquote signals. So you kind of know roughly how to get in touch. It's kind of like a built-in sending stone.
Huh.
You reach out to communicate, sending essentially the beeper signal that lets them know I'm looking to talk, and Kaelin's voice will come through. We are secure.
Secure.
We cannot be heard or seen.
Good. Very good. We have some other questions.
We will answer what we can.
First, any updates from your side? Has anything changed?
Yes, the large one has been sedated.
Out loud instead of in, like, the connection thing. Echo just goes, fuckers.
What happened?
In an attempt to extract something from him, they are 4 people short of their previous numbers.
That makes sense. There, Echo starts glowing this color, and it's a very prideful color. Good. Okay. They haven't taken anything from him yet.
The sedation has only begun to work. I believe they will return soon.
We're on a shorter timeline. Perfect. Have you seen anyone referred to as the warden?
Yes, there is one. They appear to be something similar to us, but not quite the same. And they don't use the words. They give you images. Unelegant. They are unrefined. Like in the early days of it, they would experiment on people they found, and then when we finally got this one thing to work, this person would have it done to them. They wanted to be adapted. And as they say this to you, if you remember back when you first entered into the game, in the Dead Trenches, there was an adapted
the guy
hunter who had weapons which had bells attached to them.
Yep.
They start to sound a bit like him, about how his body was heavily scarred from very unelegant, unrefined techniques and grafts that were added to him. Kind of makes you start to think that maybe, this guy's had a bit of a promotion.
Okay. What Echo is gonna do is Echo is gonna send back how they remember that guy being, image-wise, to Kaylin to compare.
Kaylin sends back an emotional wave of the affirmative. Like, yes, that
Okay.
is the person.
Out loud to Marisol and Archtoothis, Echo will say, "We know him. We've encountered him before."
Is that good or bad?
Could be either. They're not dead. So, they've gotten upgrades since we last saw them, or so it seems. And then back to Kaylin. Seen any kind of a sigil or a key that may not look like a key?
Kaylin will respond in the negative, but will make a note to, I will attempt to investigate further. Sorry, we will attempt to investigate further.
Careful. Staying uncaptured remains the priority. If, without risking yourself, you can help prevent whatever happens after the sedation, or at least make it slightly more difficult or inconvenient to carry out, it would be appreciated. Outside of that, my God, so many accents are happening at once as I'm trying to talk in one. I'm losing my mind. That's just all of Echo's other personalities coming out. It's fine.
Echo has a very good reason to switch accents every once in a while.
Thankfully. Tunnel systems. Do you know of any tunnel systems or any spaces under or around the prison that may not be occupied.
There's a bit of a hesitation before they say, yes, but it is isolated. It will present a risk at being discovered. It is, and there's a point where they struggle with the wording, but they send an image of essentially what they mean. They send that kind of vague concept that they can do. Essentially what they're saying is where it's located, it's a bit of a distance from the main body of the prison, and where it comes out into a pathway of a load of different routes. So it's fairly isolated, it's one way in, one way out, and it brings you into a pretty broad line of discovery.
Noted. Echo will give back the general concept of an affirmative and gratitude. And we'll give a be safe. Don't get caught before essentially going to sever the line, waiting for a second. We'll be there soon.
We wish you the same sentiment. Do not get hurt.
They'll close it off and sigh. Good news, bad news.
Right?
Good news. We know who the warden is. You remember who was chasing us when we first met?
Hey everyone,
To an
welcome
extent.
Sorry. Whoa. Sorry, my phone just decided to be loud there for a second.
Rude. How dare it?
I actually got a fucking fright. Like, you will see this on the recording. I shit myself there. I was like,
Yeah, I saw.
thought somebody had come in through my window. I was like, hey. Sorry, continue.
Sorry.
The way you said
Changed.
sorry implied that you were coming through Brand's window.
Yep.
That's okay, that's fine.
I was coming to say hi. So, we have that, which means we're not dealing with some unknown. Though the unknown part is how they've changed, unfortunately. They're not exactly as we remember. And the bad news, the tunnel system we're thinking of using, the only place it comes out in the prison is not ideal, to put it lightly. Think massive intersection of hallways.
Okay. Counter thought. Yes, that might not be ideal, but it could be a great distraction point.
That is very
I
true.
was thinking precisely that.
It could also be a decent scouting point. If we go in, we do our don't get caught thing, and potentially if there are... What is the underwater equivalent of a vent system?
Of a vent system. I think it would be like a cistern.
Yeah.
Or
Aquarium pump.
viaduct.
Maybe a viaduct?
Let's say viaduct while I Google the definition of viaduct.
Whatever it's called. we could potentially scout from there.
This is not a bad idea, although we do have one other small scout now.
We do?
Oh, yes,
Echo
they have
has
a-
not even clocked that the anglerfish is something other than an anglerfish. They really just
Hello,
thought it was this
Charlie.
fish sticking around. Turns. You have a fish?
Yes. His name is Charlie. I'm not sure if any of you have ever met him before. I used him to steal from the temple library before, but he's reformed. And
Horned anglerfish.
yes,
Charlie.
I promise I am here to help.
And there's the part we weren't expecting.
surely, you've seen stranger things than this.
Oh, this is a delight. And Echo's gonna hold out a hand towards the anglerfish. Echo is already like leagues more comfortable getting near and looking at this anglerfish than you've seen Echo with literally any other like humanoid type thing.
The anglerfish pushes right up against your face. With its face, just like, you're an interesting specimen.
There's like the underwater version of like head scratches, pets.
I don't think that's your
Shakes-
familiar
Oh,
anymore.
I think Echo stole my familiar.
I didn't know that could happen.
This is your familiar.
yes.
Right.
Yes, I
Charlie.
thought we might have need of a scout for the coming mission, and here he is. Thought it'd be helpful.
You will be an asset to the team. And they move like they didn't just get super fucking excited. Should we check out the tunnel system?
I'm more than happy to check out the tunnel system. Though I did want to contribute to the point of a distraction, and I'm going to pull out my little vial of blood. I can conjure another friend, perhaps,
Another friend?
at the distraction point.
So we have a scout. Thank you. We have a distraction.
Yes.
Both that would be coming out of the tunnel system. Good.
Yes. One caveat in regard to the distraction. If at any point I lose concentration on maintaining it, it might try to kill us, but by then we should hopefully be very far away.
Well, if it's at the distraction point and we're not.
Exactly.
Also, how hard would it be to kill it back?
For us, a minor challenge.
What is it?
Oh, so this is the summon greater demon spell above table.
Oh, this is
Oh my god.
Bye again. This is totally Echo asking. Cool. Huh? Where'd you go?
We've
Did I
lost
leave?
our pad.
Oh no, did
Your
I
camera's
leave? What
off.
the hell? What is that?
You disappeared.
It just
Summon
using his
greater.
alien camouflage just completely at random.
Oh yeah, I can summon a demon. Gone.
Yeah. The demon got me, guys.
Aw, shit. You lost concentration.
Yeah.
We didn't even get to use it as a distraction. This is the worst spell ever.
There is one way we might be able to help getting into the prison in a way that's not the tunnels.
Oh, okay.
There's a spell we have. It's called Submerge. To read it out real quick, the spell creates a magical link between a body of water within range and another body of water at any location within 500 miles on the same plane of existence. You must have seen or touched the destination of body of water at least once before. For the duration, any creature can step into the target body of water and exit from the destination body of water by using 5 feet of movement.
Okay.
Kaylin sends mental images.
Okay.
So, if we were within roughly 500 miles, in theory, I can just drop us inside.
Wow, that makes all of our planning feel a little bit irrelevant, but the
It
more the
sure.
merrier.
We still need a distraction and a scout.
Which,
There.
fair enough, provided.
Echoes, huh?
My only concern with that is, does it make it a two-way street for whoever might find it?
Well, we would be going through it at once and then closing.
And then you could close it. Okay. I didn't know if we were planning to leave it open for the escape, which is where my concern would be. But if we're closing it, we're closing it.
We can also, we have the ability to do this twice.
Oh, perfect.
So we would have an escape so long as we were conscious.
Fair.
Something your wonderful friend over here would also be able to help with outside of scouting would be additional distractions.
Oh, yes, of the shenaniganery variety, yes, rather than the brutal ripping to shreds variety.
Ah, yes, the shenanigan.
Behind. I can transmit some spells through him, so it should be quite useful.
Also, and just picks something up and starts hitting it while inside the viaducts. In case you don't have spell slots. We don't.
Oh, I'm not a warlock anymore. I got spell slots for days, baby.
You can keep your paltry 2 pack slots. I'm packing real firepower now.
God, it just fits too well. It fits too well.
Too good. Brand, I'm sorry. You need to contact Matt Berry and get him on the show.
Hey, Matt Berry, if you ever want to do an unpaid voice acting job for a low-level D&D TTRPG channel, and you want to play a fairly eloquent anglerfish, hit me the fuck up.
Weird thing is, I feel like he might go for it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a 100% no. There's a non-zero chance.
If he saw it, like...
Somebody tag
Yeah,
him
the
out there.
The real barrier to entry on this is getting him to see the stream.
Yeah.
Can you just picture him getting like some kind of TikTok filter of an anglerfish and just replying with, "I'm here, put me in, coach."
Oh my god, best day of my life. It's not even my familiar. And that's the best day of my life.
You're welcome.
So, we've had the discussions about what's going to be done. Have we agreed on where we're going in?
Yep.
anything else that needs to be discussed? Okay.
I think we're ready.
Then that's where we're going to wrap today's session, and it's going to wrap literally with it being a. Okay.
Oh. If that's where we're gonna wrap, because we're gonna do tunnel exploring, I do just want to go kill that rich family real quick and then come back.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Let's...
we would do that as part of the on the way to the tunnel.
Cool,
if you
awesome.
wanted. That way we can actually
Works for me.
Emotions of it. I've got a thing. Okay, cool. Then we end the session with you guys opening the door and going out into Deep Heart to go and break some friends out of prison. And that is where we're going to wrap today's session. I'm not going to do MVP. I will include this with next session and do MVP then. Okay? That's going to be a good one there. Thank you for everybody that came to see us. Thank you to my amazing cast for making this such a fun week. This was just fun. This was just like playground bullshit fun, and it was great. It was fucking good. If you enjoyed what you've seen here, you should check out all of the stuff that we have on our social medias. Check out everywhere at World Tree Quest for everything involving these lovely TTRPG streams. We are going to have a Patreon going live very soon as well, where I'm going to start uploading lore snippets about the world. I'm going to start to include subclasses, and I'm going to start to include magic items and spells and homebrew races and a whole bunch of things. And that's where you're going to be able to get updates on how we move towards our book, because we are starting the process of turning Atuma into a published third-party system for D&D. This will involve having a subclass for each of the classes, including Blood Hunter. It will also include a entirely homebrewed class that I created myself, which is the Witch class, which is a familiar-based spell system. Your familiar is a little more than a normal familiar, and your familiar is actually where you get your spells from. It will include 4 subclasses, 4 different covens. The Coven of the Light, healing-based subclass where your spells are amplified by your familiar's presence or can be cast from your familiar. The Coven of the Dark, which is entirely single damage focused. Like that particular thing right there, I'm going to melt it. High intensity damage. The Coven of Briars, which is very battlefield control. The battleground is your weapon, and you use it to great devastating effect to manipulate and lock down enemies. And then my particular favourite, the Coven of the Wilds, which is essentially what Maleficent does to Diavol, where you say to your familiar, be a dragon, and it turns into a dragon, and all your abilities really just buff it, and it fights for you. But yeah, there's a lot more of that going to be coming. That's just a brief overview. Loads and loads of stuff coming for the Atuma book, and you can get right in on help and support it if you would like to. You're under no obligation, obviously. Other than that, you can check out all my shit at Oops All Brands. I am getting my office set up so that I can start doing videos again, so that'll be happening soon. Other than that, I'm going to pass over to my players and let them plug them fine selves. Silky, anything that you're doing at all?
Nothing that I can officially announce. Please check my socials. I'm everywhere at Silky Bluebell. There's gonna be a lot of things coming up soon. Think October and onwards. End of October and onwards. You're gonna find me in a lot more places, but not yet.
Fantastic, thank you very much, Silky. Pat, what about yourself? Anything you would like to plug?
Just the usual. You can find me at Diamond Quality Cosplay and on Facebook and Instagram, or Diamond Quality Clips on TikTok. Though I do also have a photography page on Instagram, Diamond Quality Photography. Outside of that, it's business as usual.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that, Pat. Thank you. And last and most certainly not least, Denny. Anything that you would like to plug at all?
You can find my jewelry at Magpie Finds Jewelry on Etsy if you would like to partake in some of my wares. And other than that, I will be honest, I am gonna be not super available for almost anything until after October 31st.
Which is entirely understandable. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Denny. Thank you. Well, if that is it from my players and that's it from me, well, then that's it from us. Thanks very much for coming to see us today, folks. I have been your DM of Doom, Oops All Brands, or World Tree Quest here on Twitch and YouTube. And with me today, we've had my lovely and my amazing cast. We've had not Madness Diamonds. No, they're not here. They're coming
Wrong
back
Diamond.
soon, but not yet. Wrong Diamond. We've had
Other
Diamond Quality
Diamond.
Cosplay. We have had Selkie Bluebell, and we've had Lawless Aries Cosplays. From all of us here at World Tree Quest, good night. Stay safe. I would seriously think twice before letting any small, short person with an anger complex loose when there is nobility around. They might get worn. Also, don't pull a finny. Good night, folks. Good